Is it actually possible to get paid to play the Wishing Well game? A lot of apps claim you can earn real money just by playing games, but most of them either pay extremely little or don't pay at all. So in this video I'm testing the Wishing Well game myself, showing how you can install it through a Get Paid to site to potentially get paid, and breaking down what it really pays and if it's worth your time. In case you don't know, my name is Mikael, and on this channel I test real ways to earn money online without hype and without fake promises. And in this video I'll show you exactly how Wishing Well works, how to find it on GPT sites, how to choose the best paying offers, and what kind of earnings you can realistically expect from playing it. I'll also explain who this kind of game can make sense for and who should skip it, so you can decide if it's worth trying or not for you. And if you decide it's for you, I will also give some tips about how to earn the most coins the fastest possible when playing it. So let's just start by going over what Wishing Well is. And it is an app, it's a free game you can download and play. But if you just go to the Google Play Store and download it, you cannot earn from it. There's no earning opportunity inside the game. But there are Get Paid to sites that sometimes have this as an offer. And just want to make it clear right away that how much you can get paid for this offer will vary. Sometimes you might not be able to find it depending on the country you live in. In your country, maybe it will pay less than what I show you. Maybe it will pay more, because all that varies from time to time and depending on your country. So what I will show you here is how to find it on Get Paid to sites, and then use the method I show you here to compare as I do here, and then find the exact best option for you. But I know one of the places I often go when I need to look for gaming offers is FreeCast, because I know it often pays a lot, and this is actually where I ended up actually also installing it from. You can see I could potentially earn up to $31 here, but you can, for example, also go to Gemsloot. What I really like here is, even though I don't always end up downloading it from here, even though it does have quite high paying gaming offers often, I go and use this View All, because here it has a great search, and it actually helps me to find the offer on other Get Paid to sites, because I can see here that the same offer is available on different offer walls. I can, for example, see, I know now here that this is AdSense Media, because I use Get Paid to sites a lot. So I could go there, and then I can go, for example, to Price Rebel. I looked for this on many different actually Get Paid to sites, and these are the three: FreeCast, Gemsloot, and Price Rebel, that I found that this particular offer currently, as of recording this, for me in my country, are the best paying. And then I can see, you see, I saw on Gemsloot, I saw it's on Torox. You can see, for example, it pays this much up to this much, and you can say that's a huge difference. You would of course just choose it here, but that's not always the case, because you always need to click it, read the exact conditions. For example, here you would get paid already when you reach 100 meters or 100 depth level. I will show you what that means inside the app there, and the maximum there will be 1,000. But if you look at the other one here, for example, then you can see that you need to reach 3,000 there to get the highest there, so that will take a lot longer. So you always need to do these comparisons there, and I could, for example, see here Torox. I could go to Price Rebel, because Price Rebel is a great Get Paid to site, but it doesn't have the search function for the different gaming offers. So I would then go to the earning or offers, go to Torox, and then here you can't really search for it. So I just used this search function here on my computer. I write the word there, and then I can just scroll, and then I can find. So that's a little tip how you can find it on offer walls that don't have a great search function. And then I could complete it here, and you can see there I could get up to what would be equivalent of $141 currently. So that's how I compare it, and I ended up just installing it on FreeCast, because FreeCast is for me very easy to use on my phone. I have everything installed and all that, and I know the payout options, all that is great. You should always just look exactly what does it offer, but also when do you get the different rewards there. For example, I can see the next one I would get here would be 550. I'm pretty sure when I installed it said 500, but you know, maybe I'm wrong that they changed the conditions, but anyways, that's how I saw it when it was. But for example, here I would actually have gotten another reward if I had reached 300 meters there. So I should probably have done that, but it also said 550 there, so that's probably true. I probably just looked wrong and was probably 550 and I thought 500. So I probably just rushed a little bit too much in this case. That's also good to show then, because I could actually have gotten another reward at the 300 level there. But you can see I completed one depth level there, and I'll show you inside the game now how it actually works. But this is how to find it on Get Paid to Site. I show you here how you can search for it on Free Cash. You can also just go and search for it through all the offers there, and then find it there. So it has a great search function. Gemsloot has a great search function, especially because it shows which ad walls or offer walls it's available on, and then you can go on the other favorite Get Paid to sites and go to those exact offer walls and find it there. But let me now log in, and then I'll show you how to play the game and how to get the most out of it, and then we'll also go over how much you can actually earn from it, because you can see these here, that the offer that I installed there, that I could potentially earn like $31. Some offers also claim you can even earn $196. So we'll talk about that later, how realistic that is, when I have just showed how to actually play the game and a few tips about how to play the most effective if you decide it's for you after watching this video. But before doing that, I just want to make you aware that the majority of you watching have actually not subscribed to my channel, and it's an easy and free way to support my channel so I can keep producing value-based content like this. So I would really appreciate if you could just take 1 second to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. So thank you for that. So I'm now logged into Wishing Well, and the game itself is very simple. You have this bucket you drop into a well, and then you just need to navigate from side to side. You need to avoid the rocks and collect the valuables. The money bags gives you the most. I'll show you what that means. You collect these different coins here, and then you can upgrade the well depth there, and this is where you can see, like, I got a reward when I reached 100. I get the next when I reach 550, and you can get the maximum reward there when you reach like 3,000 or 5,000, depending on where you install it. And the bucket space, that's how many different items you can collect. So how does that then work in practice? So I click here, and then I need to collect, and you can see this is one of the ones that gives the most, and these are the rocks that I need to avoid. And honestly, they can be quite hard to avoid. I played several games like this, and well, that was lucky there, because they are harder to avoid than many other games where you have to avoid obstacles, in my opinion and experience here. But so far it's going quite well with this one here. That's lucky, just when I'm recording, even though I'm actually talking while playing. But you can see there I got lost. Then now I can watch an ad if I want to continue, but I saw already that I've earned quite a lot here. I hate these ads because they're very disturbing, they take forever, and they're just annoying. So in this case, because I collected enough there, I'll just give up, because I'll still get to keep the points, and you can then see how much I've earned. But in most cases, then I can actually 3x it by watching a video. And when I've earned this much here, then I would probably do that. Usually if I want to earn just effectively, then I do not do it. If I, for example, lose the bucket or get hit by a rock after I've just collected a few hundreds or so. Again, the longer you play, the more you can also earn, because you have more bucket space and all that. But then I just don't revive it. Then I just go up here and I say no thanks, because then I just want to start again. But in this case, I would have 3x'd it by watching a video. I don't want to make you watch that, so I'll just say no thanks here while playing this, and then I go back here. Just be aware that once in a while you don't get this chance to 3x your earnings if you or when you come back up. It just automatically shows a video. If that is the case, what I found out is that then I can actually just close the app and then open it again. Then the points are still added. If it's one of these ads that just pop up automatically there, and then you can just continue without having to watch that minute of an ad or something like that. So that's a little extra tip to do it more effectively. And if I want to upgrade, I could just click here, and then I now get more depth there, and I can get more bucket space, and that's what will then eventually trigger these rewards. This is only the depth that will do that. But a small extra tip is that when I play, because it can be very hard to avoid these rocks, but that is I actually look at the top of the screen, because then I have a bigger chance. Because if you just look at where the bucket actually moves, in my opinion and experience anyways, then it's harder to notice when these different rocks are coming. So if I just look at the top of the screen, and then and sometimes it doesn't go so well, as you can see. That's what I'm saying. It's actually harder than many other similar games like this, but that is what I would usually do. This is an extra tip about how I play it to get the most out of it. There is also the option to click on this shop to potentially get more out of it, because you can pay to remove the pop-up ads and other things there. But personally, if you're playing this just to earn. I would not do this. You will really have a hard time making this back, to be honest. But I just want to make you aware that that's not something that I would personally do, but the option is there. But let's now talk a little bit more about the overall earning potential. Is it actually realistic you can reach these high earnings there? So overall, Wishing Well can be, in one sense, quite addictive. It can be a fun game, but it moves quite slowly compared to many other similar games. And overall also, it just takes a lot of patience because there are so many ads, both the pop-up ads and the ads to revive if you get hit, or after to actually triple your earnings and all these different things. But of course, they also need to make money, the game developer. If not, they wouldn't be able to pay us for installing it and playing it, so we have to keep that in mind. That is the reason. What I have, however, noticed by similar games in the past on FreeCast, I, for example, have a video about Magnet Miner, which is quite similar to this here. I'll leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out. But that was that it tracked at first, but then when you spend a long time, and I've already spent way too long to actually test this game, but then it actually didn't track the next levels. That was my experience. I honestly didn't reach the next level here because that was 550, and I've already spent way too long playing this game here to just reach these 320 depth level that I currently reached there while playing here and talking to you. And I could see I would probably have to spend, I don't know, definitely a few more hours to reach that next level. And if we just look at what that would then give me, you can see that would be 34 cents. That would not be worth it for me. Then if I would reach level 700, because these different depth levels and all that, they just become more and more expensive. So I have no idea how long that would take. But to reach the maximum reward here, I would have to spend hours and hours and hours to reach that if I would ever be able to reach it. And especially if we're talking one of these offers here where you could see that you could reach down to 3,000. Like, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying that first of all, keep an eye on the tracking. You can see the first level here that was tracked. When you reach the second one, make sure to double and triple check that it is actually working. Do not move forward before you're sure that it's tracking, because in my experience, this particular type of games where you drop and move and things like that, they tend to not always work with the tracking. I do have a video about how to make sure that it tracks properly on FreeCast and other Get Paid To sites. I'll leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out. But even though I followed all that, it didn't really always work on similar games. But no matter what, in my opinion, it's overall just not worth the time, because you have to spend so much time, you have to watch so many ads, and even if you enjoy the game, you will constantly be interrupted by these ads, because that's how they also make money. So in my personal opinion, it's a quite annoying game that takes too much patience. So that's why I have stopped at this level here after having tested it for way too long. I got carried away with it trying to test it, but that, is also a part of testing these different methods, and then, help you decide what is right for you. Personally, I think there are other platforms and other games that are better to earn by playing. I do have a list of the overall best platforms to find these different games, the different Get Paid To sites, the 3, for example, I mentioned here, and many others where you can find the highest paying offers in general, in my opinion and experience. I'll leave a link to that below so you can go and check that out. And if you just want to earn some extra money on the side, not by playing games necessarily, by doing other small tasks also, I do have a full list on my website also of different side hustles where there are 20 or more different side hustles you can do. So I'll leave a link to that below so you can also check that out. And also, if you have any experiences with this or any questions, anything, just please comment below. I reply to every single comment. And finally, if this video helped you, please make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.